Don't miss The Marvels in theaters on November 10th and see where the Marvel stories all began when you watch Captain Marvel, WandaVision, and Miss Marvel, only on Disney+. Plans starting at $7.99.
This is the Mistress Carrie Situation Report for November 7th, 2023. Your daily entertainment headlines, industry info, and everything rock. Tickets are on sale now to see Creed's Summer of '99 tour with Three Doors Down and Finger 11 at the Xfinity Center in Mansfield, Massachusetts on August 21st, 2024. Tickets are also on sale to see Iron Maiden at the DCU Center in Worcester, Massachusetts on November 6, 2024. Dirty Honey have announced a live stream, a show from LA at the Belasco. You can get your tickets to watch it on Veep, set to stream on November 20th. All in support of the band's latest album, Can't Find the Breaks, that came out last week. The owner of LA's Whiskey A Go-Go and the Rainbow Bar and Grill has passed away at the age of 73. Mikhail Magliari was son of Mario Magliari, who originally owned both locations and opened them back in the 70s. Mario passed away in May of 2013 at the age of 93. Mikhail began following his father into the family business by starting off as a barback, eventually working his way up into the company. Both the Rainbow and the Whiskey have been haunts for musicians for decades. Classic stories involving Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue, and of course, Lemmy from Motorhead are all part of the history of rock and roll. Iron Maiden lead singer Bruce Dickenson plans a UK European tour for his upcoming solo album. The first single is called Afterglow of Ragnarok and is expected on December 1st. The new solo album, The Mandrake Project, is expected in 2024. Dickinson said, quote, "It was important to set the tone of this project with this track. As befitting as the title, it's a heavy song and there's a great big riff driving it. So there's also a real melody and chorus that displays the light and shade that the rest of the album brings. And just wait until you see the video," he said. Speaking of videos, Disturbed have filmed the music video for the song Don't Tell Me from their latest studio album, Divisive. The song is the duet between David Draymond from the band and Hearts and Wilson, the first time that Disturbed has invited a guest on an album. Porcupine Tree have announced Closure Continuation Live, an all-new live album documenting their triumphant return to the stage in 2022. The live album, set for release on Friday, December 8th, in a wide range of formats, including CD and Blu-ray, and a vinyl box set featuring clear vinyl. Toto, featuring Steve Lukather and Joseph Williams, have announced details of the band's headlining appearances in North America that are planned with Journey from February 2024 through April of 2024. A European tour is also being planned out for July and August of next year. The tour includes a stop in Providence, Rhode Island and Bridgeport, Connecticut. And Boston's own New Edition have announced a residency in Vegas early next year. The group confirming 6 residency shows at the Wynn Las Vegas, kicking off February 28th of 2024. Ronnie DeVoe said, "We just caught lightning in a bottle." The announcement yesterday came days after the group performed a tightly choreographed tribute to the Spinners at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony in New York. And Hootie and the Blowfish have reunited and are hitting the road in 2024 for a 43-city stadium tour called Summer Camp with Trucks Tour. That's also set to feature the Bare Naked Ladies, Collective Soul, and Edwin McCain. Tickets go on sale this Friday, November 10th at 10 a.m. That includes a stop in Boston at Fenway Park on Friday, June 21st. And another member of the Tiger King cast is headed to jail. Tiger King zoo owner Doc Antle, who runs South Carolina's Myrtle Beach Safari, is facing a maximum of 5 years in prison and fines up to $250,000 for money laundering and animal trafficking. Kerry King, longtime co-lead guitarist of Slayer, has begun teasing his first project since the band's retirement in December of 2019. Taking to Facebook to tease the currently unnamed project that he says will arrive sometime next year. Taylor Swift has had 13 albums debut at number 1 since 2008's Fearless. She once again is at the top of the Billboard charts with the release of 1989 Taylor's version. It's also her biggest sales week ever, with 1.653 million units, which tops her previous high of 1.287 for the original release of 1989. It's also the biggest sales week for any album since Adele's 25 back in 2015, and is the 6th largest sales week ever, behind Adele, NSYNC, Eminem, and the Backstreet Boys. And USA Today has announced they have hired a full-time Taylor Swift reporter. Journalist Brian West is working out of the Tennessee-based newsroom for USA Today and the chain's more than 200 local dailies. He said, quote, "I would say the position's no different than being a sports journalist who's a fan of the home team," he told Variety. "I just came from Phoenix, and a lot of anchors were there wearing Diamondbacks gear. They want the Diamondbacks to win. I'm just a fan of Taylor and have followed her entire career. But I also have that journalistic background, going to Northwestern, winning awards, working in newsrooms across the nation. I think that's the fun of the job. Yeah, you can talk Easter eggs, but it's really more of the seriousness, like the impact she has on society and business and music." Def Leppard guitarist Vivian Campbell has made an appearance on Lymphoma Voices, the podcast, offering an update on his battle with Hodgkin's lymphoma, which he was diagnosed with back in 2013. The 61-year-old said, quote, "I'm still dealing with the lymphoma. It's sort of like it's an American expression, whack-a-mole. You beat something back and then it pops up somewhere else." And Moulin Rouge, the musical, has found its next Harold Zidler in Boy George from Culture Club, who will be making his long-awaited Broadway return starting February 6th through May 12th of 2024. Moulin Rouge, the musical, is based on Baz Luhrmann's film from 2001 and features a wide array of pop hits like Single Ladies, Every Breath You Take, and Lady Marmalade. That's your sit rep. For more details on all of the stories, check the links in the show notes of this episode. And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to the Mistress Carrie Podcast. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday. Episode 178, featuring Mike Mangini, is available now.
The United States Border Patrol has exciting and rewarding career opportunities with the nation's largest law enforcement organization. Border Patrol agents enjoy great pay, outstanding federal benefits, and up to $20,000 in recruitment incentives. If you are looking for a way to serve something greater than yourself, consider the U.S. Border Patrol. Learn more online at cbp.gov/careers/USBP. That's cbp.gov/careers/USBP.
What does the word mixtape mean to you?
It was an art form, trying to woo them with my fantastic and eclectic taste in music.
If somebody gave you a mixtape, you felt like you really meant something to that person.
Mixtape to me is love.
My Weekly Mixtape is a podcast that takes the classic mixtape approach to building a modern playlist. I'm your host, Brian Colburn. Tune in to hear themed playlist curations.
No one in the history of anyone should ever put Pantera after Derek and the Dominoes, but here we are.
This is going to be the weirdest playlist ever created, and I love it.
One-on-one sit-downs with the artists that made our mixtape special in the first place.
It's Bill Gibson with Huey Lewis in the News.
I'm Art from the band Everclear.
This is Kenny Wayne Shepherd.
This is Frank Turner, and good Lord, you've made the right choice today.
And so much more. My Weekly Mixtape is a proud member of the Pantheon Podcast Network. Listen now at myweeklymixtape.com or by searching My Weekly Mixtape wherever you listen to podcasts.